Hello, hello. I don't hear anything from you. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. I'm so happy that now you've become part of our family. So it's been, I guess, very nervous time for you when you were trying to get in, trying to enter the university, either on bachelor's or master's, and not knowing for some time whether you succeeded or not. But now you're here. That means that you've succeeded. And that also means you are the best out of the best. And this is not, everybody likes to say good things about him or herself. That's perfectly normal. But why I say that is not simply out of desire to praise HSE, to praise you. I mean, we'll see how much we can praise you ahead. You've entered the first step, you've made the first step. Now we'll have to see how you succeed further. So there'll be a difficult task, challenging task, but I'm sure together we'll do it. But about HSE, why the best out of the best? I'm quite sure that all of you have made a conscious decision. So you've studied where you want to go, and you've made this choice because you found that you want to be here. You want to be in HSE, you want to be in Moscow, you want to be in Russia, and you want your fate, further fate, to be connected with first of all, with the profession you've chosen to study, and also to be international in this or that way. So why HSE? Why best? If you look at what Forbes in Russia is saying, it is leader, it is number one by their poll of those who give you job afterwards. So that means that you will have a good job as a result, if you study well, of course. If you are laborious, if you are talented, we already know that. But you should be laborious, disciplined, and daring, task-taking, then it will be fine. And the job of your wish, the job of your dream, would be a reality for you. And we keep up this high standard around, and that is why we're very strict in terms of how we want our students to proceed further. And your employers, in fact, can start working with you from the very start. And that's also how you get experience. It's not only the knowledge, the comprehensive knowledge that you would be acquiring here with our best professors, not just from Russia, but from all over the world. And that's how we've grown over the 32 years from smaller master's degree to a comprehensive classic university of today, only with the best professorship and researchers. But what is important is that the graduates of HSE, it's actually have grown by 50% since 2019, over the past 5 years. And now there are over 120,000 people all over the world. Some of them, in fact, many of them, taking either very high or high positions and getting good way in life. And that also means once you pass this very exciting time ahead of you in HSE, you would be able, you already joined this family. And definitely those are people that would be always there to help you. That's very important. Another thing, why the best? Just a few examples. Because when you talk about yourself, this is nothing. When others talk about you, that's a lot. And I'm not talking about rankings, although rankings, HSE is the only one in universities ranking, young universities ranking in QS 31, and in THE raising by 12 points, also being in top 100, getting 87th place. This is very high score, but this is very boring. And this is not about humans, right? When we look at something like ICPC, International Programming Collegiate. This is very important, very prestigious international championship in IT, in programming. And those of you who are joining this area, you're very lucky. Because if you look over the past few years, HSE student teams have always been taking prize places, but it's been getting better every time. So last year, 46 finals, we took the gold, but there are several golden medalists in there. But this year, 47th finals, HSE team has become absolute champion because we got #1 among the golden medalists. So it's ahead of MIT, Seoul National, Nanyang Technological, things like that. Or take international math competition, also most prestigious for applied math. And our students, August last year, took 2 gold and 1 silver, also beating their contenders from École Polytechnique or Singapore Nanyang Technological. So also quite a good achievement. In fact, I can continue on, but what is important is that we work, best researchers, best professors, giving you theory, but also having the practical cloud. It's a project-based approach in HSE. We have 74 departments that are based and that are organized around partnership with this or that industrial entrepreneur. I bet you all know Yandex or VK, all the best Sber, technological startups, but not only. So they are among our close friends and also partners, and they are there for you. So you will be able to get the tasks just directly from the ground and get it done, and thus be prepared for the real life, which you get to after you graduate. So those are very important aspects, but knowledge acquiring in your curricular studies is not everything here. So we are also quite rich and strong in terms of extracurricular activities. Of course, ladies and not only, will tell you about what you can have immediately and what kind of campus tours and activities there would be there for you. But art festivals, sport tournaments, hackathons, anything, volunteering, whatever you never dreamed of daring of, you can try here. This is another aspect what you should do. You should not be afraid to try new things. You should not be afraid to challenge yourself. If you don't do it now, it would be much more difficult for you to start it later on when you get kind of on your stable way of life. So do it now, and we give you every opportunity for that. And we'll support you, not just with our bodies. Those are not only people from our support center, but it's also important that we have senior students that are ready to help, that lived through all the challenges that might arise, or that have details of how to solve problems if you run into them. And so they would be there for you. So it's a big HSE family. Tutors as well. Our professors, our tutors would be ready not only to inspire you, but to give a hand and a shoulder in the difficult times that might come. You never know, right? Life is a zebra, and you're happy one day, you're unhappy another day, and we're there for you not only when you're happy, but also when you're unhappy. This is important. And since now this will be as part of the big family, with HSE having encompassing different religions, different traditions, different beliefs, cultures, the world is an HSE, and you will be able to live through it together with us in a most exciting and comfortable way possible. So you're now part of the family. But we do expect that, you know, it's taking and giving. So that means you also have to be very hardworking. You have to be very much interested in what to do. You have to be taking those daring tasks. And you have to be as inclusive and getting into your society and your friend circle as possible. Don't just sit back there and do the studies. Do all of it. You still have the energy. You are young. You can do much more than you even expect you can do. So, and also please follow the rules. This is very important. You will be told in details about that today. It seems boring, but in order to make your life just exciting and interesting without problems that could be avoided, this is important. And this will make our joint life much better. So, welcome. We love you. We hope that you will enjoy your life here. And please ask as many questions as possible to the guys and girls that will be there to lead you through your time ahead in HSE. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria Vladimirovna, for such an inspiring speech. So, just a quick reminder. My name is still Maria, and this is still Valeria. And we still represent Support and Career Center for International Students and Alumni. Our center is one of the main administrative units you will contact a lot during your studies here at HSE University. And we are here to help you with non-study issues, okay? And our primary means of communication with you is this email address you can see on the slide. Please forward all your questions to this email address. I will give the floor to my colleague Valeria. She will talk about visa and migration issues, the most important part for you today, okay?
Hi, hello, how are you? Здравствуйте, привет. So, before we start with visa and migration issues, I want to learn more about you. So, as Maria said, for you to be proactive, can you please clap? Clap those. Okay, clap all one. Okay. And I'm going to ask you questions. Can please clap those who have been in Moscow previously? Now those who studied at HSE previously? Yes, yes, okay. Who got enrolled on master's degree? Nice, nice. And who did finish preparation year? Good, super. Thank you. And now I'm going to start showing you presentation about visa and migration issues. Well, why is it important? I just gonna say it out loud once again. For you to stay legally in Russia, because HSE cannot provide you educational services when you stay here illegally. That is why we ask you to prolong your documents, to give to us scans and copies of it, so we can remind you about deadlines. However, it is your responsibility as internationals to see that all your documents are okay. So let's make a small quiz. Firstly, I want you to name these documents. Some of you know them, some of you might not know them yet, but you're gonna learn. So can you please name, like shout? The first one, what is that? Passport, yes, it's pretty easy. Who? Oh, okay, please stop. Is there anyone from Ghana who has such a passport? Okay, thank you. What did you say about the second one? Yes, nice. And the third one? Registration slip, migration registration, all of that are synonyms, yes. Visa, yes, sure, and green card. Yeah, actually, we don't have the official short name of the document. We can call it DACTA card in Russia. Yeah, but you were right, all of you, thank you. So apart from passport, the second most important document is migration registration, or registration slip as it is written here. You need to have the original of this document with you always, so that police can identify you and know for sure you stay here legally. Now, how to get migration registration. It is issued free of charge only at the place of stay. And you can see there are two deadlines. First deadline is recommended one. First deadline is recommended one. Why? Why do we recommend you to issue all documents faster? Imagine how many universities there are in Moscow and how many international students come here to study. And all of them need to make the same documents. So the workload might be big. And that is why we recommend you to meet shorter deadlines. So we recommend you to get migration registration the day after you arrive, but the general deadline is 3 workdays. Required documents: passport, migration card, certificate of study. This is Student Service Center, and we're gonna have Pokrovka tour, and you are going to see how to enter Student Service Center. This is a magic place who provides you all certificates you need, official, and registration application form if requested. Now, for example, you might see that you can buy migration registration. Well, that means if it costs anything, that means that it is fake. And fake migration registration is subject to a fine up to 7,000 rubles, expulsion from Russia, and a ban on entry. Okay, so how to make migration registration? It is based on where you stay. Can clap those who stay at dormitory or hotel right now. And who rents a flat or a room? Thank you, thank you. I hope all of you have migration registration for now, but if not, you arrive, let's say the first line, you arrive to dormitory or hotel, you visit passport officer, they go to MVD, Ministry of Internal Affairs in Russia, and you make sure that you get the document back, and you have that printed, you have that with you, and you scan it, photo, make picture of it, and upload it to HSE Epix. HSE Epix is our app that contains information about your schedule and stuff, a lot of more, but also you can upload your documents there. And this means that you don't need to visit our colleagues at Visa and Registration Center, with you, очно, and give them your documents. You can just make pictures of them. If you rent a flat or a room, well, this means you need to address to landlord. They go to Gosuslugi. This is our online platform in Russia. And you make sure that you get migration registration printed and upload the picture. Now, traveling in Russia, who has visited cities that are not Moscow in Russia? Can you clap, please? Who did travel around Russia? Thank you. So, did you change your migration registration? Yes, no? No? Okay. I guess in Russia we say yes means silence means yes. So if you are traveling, this means that you change place where you stay. This means you need to have new migration registration in some cases. So if you even travel around Russia, not another country, if you stay in hotel or hostel, you get immigration registration via the administrator, and then you travel, and then you get new registration when you come back to your dormitory or your flat. This is about hotel and hostel. If you are going to, for example, you have a friend in St. Petersburg, they have a flat, and you are going to stay there, but more than 7 days, you need to make another registration. If you want to spend your weekend in St. Petersburg, watch Neva and just have fun, this is less than 7 days, then you don't need to change migration registration. Okay, who did visit Sakharova? Can you clap? Can I clap? No? Not yet. Okay, guys, this is our hub for every international. There are procedures, you can get documents there. And one of the procedures is MOTF, medical examination, fingerprinting, and photography. These are obligatory procedures. You have deadline, general deadline is 90 days, but we recommend you to get it meeting the deadline of 30 days. How much does it cost? Medical examination is from 5,900 rubles. Fingerprinting and photographing is free of charge at MVD, or starting from 1,000 rubles. And both at one center, at Sakharova Center, it is about 6,000, more than 6,000 rubles. Is there any underage student? Or are you all 18 and 18 plus? 18 plus. Clap who's 18 plus. Guys, how are you? How are you? I'm serious. Is everything okay? Yeah? No, I can't hear you. Yeah? Thank you. I know this is a lot of text on the slide. Yeah, I can see that as well. I wrote that slide, But this is like the basis. Okay, there are some exceptions. If some of you have RVP, RVPO, or VNG, which is temporary or permanent permits, residence permits in Russia, you don't need to undergo this procedure. Now, our surprise for you, our gift for you is an opportunity to undergo medical examination free of charge. And yeah. Remember? Let me show you. About 6,000 rubles. Nice, I think it's nice. This is, it started just this year, so I'm happy for you, actually. How to do it? We have the procedure, the scheme, how to do it. You can see it on the, you can scan QR code. You can follow, you can see iStudents HSE RU webpage. And right now, I'm not going to tell you what to do because you're going to forget probably, but everything is on that page. So who is eligible? Who is eligible? Adult. Now we all know that all of you are adults. Foreign citizen admitted in 2024 as a first-year student to state-funded places under Russian Federation government quotas can use the service. I think that's all of you, right?
Does that include masters?
Masters as well, but please, questions after the session. Yeah, thank you. Now see the deadlines. From September 1st till December 20th. So you probably should not go to Sakharova today because it's not 1st September yet. But starting from 1st September, yes, you can rely on us. How? Yes, visiting the web page, and you can find the scheme how to do it. Now, HSE Epix, as I told you previously, it is an app where you can upload your migration documents so that our fabulous visa and registration center that helps every international with living legally in Russia. Can you imagine all those documents? How many of them has one person? And they help you. Oh my God, I'm just from another center with Maria, but my colleagues, I admire them. So they remind personally about your personal deadlines. If you upload your documents, your scans, to this app, for now you cannot use this app because you need to get an email, Еду HSE.ru, as we pronounce it in Russia. It is login, and you will find it in your study office, in your study program. So there are two places that you might visit often. It's us, Support and Career Center for International Students and Alumni, or Visa and Registration Center, and Study Office. All issues about studying are in Study Office as well as login. So please, here are 3 whales. This is the basis: obligatory procedures, migration registration, and visa. Now, extension of the documents, you might want to make a picture of this slide. Also, you have, did you get our presents? Yes. Did you like it? Yes. Well, you have handbook there where all the information is shortly written, and this information as well. Okay, obligatory procedures. Recommended deadline is first 30 days. General deadline is 90 days, as I said. And this is about medical examination that can be for free for you, and fingerprinting and photographing. Migration registration, you have 3 working days, but we recommend you to make it the day after arrival. Thank you. And visa is renewal not earlier than 3 months and not later than 45 days before the end of the visa. Now, migration card extension may be useful, but not necessary. Fun fact that is not written on this slide is about work permit. You don't need it in Russia while you are a full degree HSE student. It is not obvious, but and it is not written here, but please know that. You just need a certificate that you are an HSE student. Because our Support and Career Center for International Students and Alumni consults about documents required to get employed. Now, contact of Visa and Registration Center, these are our colleagues that were providing you those paper that you will need to give to have a pass. Yes, these colleagues, here you can see contacts. Please contact them. Yes, that's it. Now I'm going to give the floor to Maria, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So guys, we are done with the most prominent and probably exhausting part of our presentation about migration rules. It's really important to understand. So I will talk a little bit about life in Moscow and some tips about how to adapt quickly. Right, so Valeria has said a lot about migration documents, and I will talk about so-called other documents of yours. The first and foremost one is your student ID. It is to be issued by your study office. Probably you have already got an email from your study office. If not, it will be in like 2-3 days. You will have a kickoff meeting with your academic office supervisors or other staff of faculty, and they will give you all the student IDs. So this is your the most important document that proves that you are a current student of HSE University. So take it with you always, because it will be in handy on transportation also. The second one, which is closely connected with the student ID, is electronic ID badge. This is plastic, white thing, I guess. So we have a step-by-step guide of how to issue this badge for internationals in 2024 shortly. It should be issued by the PASS issuing office. There are 3 offices, and I will lately talk about the allocations. And the point is that all these badges are valid throughout the whole buildings of HSE University, both in Moscow, St. Petersburg, Nizhny Novgorod, and even Perm. So you can visit your friends in St. Petersburg, for example, for a couple of days without changes of migration registration with your current Moscow badge. So how to issue an electronic pass today? Not today, probably, because you don't have a student ID yet. But anyway, so the first thing is to give all your documents to be scanned by our volunteers or visa and registration center staff, right? You all done it. And they gave you a migration rules acknowledgement list, right? Right, okay. You signed this list, and they gave you a special certificate in return. It's like white paper, a small slip. So don't lose it, because you will need to visit the pass issuing center, taking your passport with you, this certificate, and also student ID card that you will receive at your study office, right? So one of the pass issuing offices is located right here at Cultural Center building on the first floor. And on this QR code, you will get all the information about addresses of other pass issuing centers. Okay. The next, your best friend, probably most of you are on full scholarship, right? Is your scholarship card. You will get all the benefits from HSE on this card. It is issued by your study office automatically if you're on full scholarship, if you study for free, right? And to get it from their front financial office, you will need the scan of your migration registration, so you should get one, obviously, and the scanned authorized translation of your passport. This is quite basic information. Library card. At Pokrovka campus, here, the most modern campus of HSE University, we have a wonderful library. Some of the floors are working 24/7. Can you imagine it? They have co-working areas and a lot of information and books in international languages, right? Not only in Russian. And you can issue yourself a library card after receiving your student ID. It is also done at HSE Epics, so download it if you haven't yet. And after receiving your student ID, you can just click and receive. Social Moscow card. This is the most beneficial card you will ever have here in Russia, because it does not only give you benefits on transportation fares, but also give you discounts on theaters, common places, and even shops. So how to issue student Moscow card, or we can call it transport card or social card. However, you should firstly issue yourself a SNILS. SNILS, this is just a basic white paper. It is issued at the nearest pension fund. In Russian, it's called Pensionный fond, or at MFC, Multifunctional Center, My Documents, Мои документы in Russian. After that, you should check if you are included in the register of Moscow students after August 31st. If you will not find yourself during the first week, please contact us via istudent.support@hse.ru. We will add you automatically, okay? After that, after you have checked yourself in the registration base, and after you have issued yourself as NILS, you can issue or register on MOSRU. This is Moscow web portal for all the services of Moscow citizens, and apply for a card online or at the My Documents office. It's also an option. And the production time is up to 30 days. I hope you will have it shortly, faster than 30 days. Moscow Metro. Probably all of you have already traveled via Moscow Metro. And the key point here, I should remind you that it closes at 1 a.m. Be aware not to pay millions of rubles on taxi services. Ground transportation, it's also a way of traveling at the city center, especially. And until you don't have your student social card or Moscow card, I can recommend you to buy a Troika card. It has some beneficial fares for you. Taxi services. The key point here is to remember that you should only use certified taxi services like Яндекс.Go, Uber, Везет, Citymobile. By the way, Яндекс.Go and Uber in Russia are the same company now, but fares may differ. So you should check the prices both in Яндекс.Go and Uber just for not to pay too much. And I personally ask you to remember the phone number 112. This is an emergency phone number for all Russian territory. If you find yourself in a situation that threatens your health or safety, please call this number, okay? Buddy service. We have at HSE University a buddy service. Basically, buddies are the volunteer HSE students, not only Russian students, but also internationals, who are ready to help freshmen or students who continue their studies with adaptation to Moscow. You should apply for a buddy via this form, and please remember that submitting an application doesn't mean that the buddy will assign you automatically. We will need some time to process your application. Plan your expenses. Probably some of you have already visited our webinars. Did you visit our webinars flying to HSE, for example? Please clap. Okay, so some of you have already seen this slide. And the main primary cost for you, I guess, will be the grocery basket, around 15,000 rubles. And probably most of you are living in a hostel or dormitory. It will not be such big money in comparison with grocery basket. But anyway, we have also lunch, business lunch at HSE University. And please use, I remind you once again, use your Moscow transport card when you have it to buy tickets, for example, in theaters or for concerts. It will give you a small discount. Mandatory expenses. So you should allocate at least, I guess, 2,000 rubles for the authorized translation of your passport, because we recommend to have a passport translation authorized by the Russian authorities. So it will be easy for you to go to the special organs like MVD, Migration Office, or other services. Visa extension, if you have one, if you need one, it will cost you around 2,000 rubles, so allocate this sum also. Mandatory procedures. Valeria have said that it will be free of charge for those who are eligible. If not, please set aside around 7,000 rubles for it. And medical insurance policy. Probably you have already seen insurance companies' representatives on the halls of this concert cultural center. And basic and medium insurance plans will cost you around 4, 5, 6,000 rubles. Phone services and the internet. Who already have a Russian SIM card? Wrong question. Who do not have Russian SIM card? Okay, so guys, this information is for you. We have several main operators of mobile phone: MTS, Beeline, Megafon, Tele2, Yota, and Tinkoff. there, mobile. You can use any of them. They are probably the same with the pricing and the territory of the network. And the second important option here on this slide is Wi-Fi networks. You are, as a guest, you don't have your corporate emails yet, probably, and you should use Wi-Fi hse.guest. This is free Wi-Fi for all the guests of HSE University. After you have your corporate email, it will happen in first week of September. Then your study office will share this information with you. You should use hse.student network. And the login, this is your corporate email before commercial ad. And the password is your corporate email password. That's easy. And these networks are free of charge both in your dormitory and all the buildings of HSE University. You don't pay for the internet at all. Nearby shops. This is just an informative slide for you. We will share this presentation in the follow-up digest view. You can click and see in details after. But have already checked our nearby shops with, for example, Пятерочка, who have already been in Пятерочка. Dixie, maybe some Dixie. How did you like it? Did you like it at all? I mean, да? Okay. Anyway, so there are a list of shops you can visit. And events of Moscow. I will not lose your time here on this slide. We will share it. And here, the slide about important safety tips. So take your phones, please. And our general recommendations, as Valeria have already said, is to always carry the originals of the migration documents with you. So passport, migration card, migration registration, doctor card with green plastic card, and also a scan of your voluntary medical insurance. It will also be handy. Keep it in your phone also, and save useful contacts to your phone. And the useful contacts are on the next slide. So guys, as already said, 112, this is the emergency number for all Russian territories. Remember it like your mother's phone number, because it's like key. Police, the same number, 112. Ambulance, 112. So everything is 112. And our center, we also have the hotline, the emergency hotline, and the word emergency like means emergency. Please do not call on this line if you have some problems with exams, or you don't know where to find your study manager. You can address all these questions to our email address. This emergency line, if something bad happens, like police caught you, or you got to the hospital, or something even worse. So the contacts of your embassy might be helpful, and of course the contacts of your insurance company, because you should have a short contact just to call the ambulance if something happens. Our tips with communicating with the police. So please treat with understanding all the documents, checks, be polite, and I repeat it. Always carry original documents with you. Passport, migration card, migration registration, green plastic doctor card once you have it, and also a scan of voluntary health insurance. Health insurance policy, this is a requirement for all the international foreign citizens here in Moscow, and this is your safe. And you can arrange your safe by yourself, basically. We are having our representatives of insurance companies still free, free 30, right? Today you can buy if you don't have one. Please send the scan of your policy to your dormitory staff, or just show them that you have this. Medical care. Once again, 112, the emergency ambulance number. Other medical questions are to be addressed to your insurance company. And we at HSE campuses have medical supporting campuses, first aid stations. If you feel bad, please ask the doctors to help. During the Pokrovka campus tour, we will show you the first aid station that is located here at Pokrovka building. Yeah, and HSE University deeply concerns about mental health of its students, and we are having a Center for Psychological Counseling. All the students, both freshmen and international students, they have free individual consultations that are free of charge during their academic year. You should register for these consultations if you feel anxiety, homesickness, if you want to talk about anything via website. So please check the QR code if you are interested with services of Psychological Counseling Center. And the next thing is quiz, just to check if you remember this correctly. So please scan the QR code on the screen. This is our channel. And the last message from us is the link to bot this quiz. Please raise your hand up once you're ready, then once you are subscribed, and open the bot. Super. Thank you. I will open it with you. So you just tap on the bot link and tap on play button. You can start the quiz. You will have around 5 minutes to finish it, but I hope we will finish it earlier because you're best of the best, as Victoria Vladimirovna said. Great people are here. I will let you to undergo the quiz. So, has anyone finished? And what's your grades? 5 out of 5, right? Молодец. Good job. Anybody also 5 out of 5? So guys, let's check the answers. The first question was to choose the documents you should always carry with you. Sorry for repeating it like on the 5th time, but you should always carry with you passport, migration card, migration registration slip, green doctor card, and also electronic insurance policy. The question 2 is a general deadline for submitting documents for registration is 3 days. We also recommend to issue your documents the day after arrival. But the 3 days, it's also okay. 3 days. The right order of steps to get electronic pass. This might be a little bit difficult. But the first thing is to sign migration rules acknowledgement list. You've already done this. Give the list to a visa and registration staff. Done. Get a special certificate in return. You all have this certificate. Do not lose it once again. And this is the pass issuing center with your passport, student ID, and this certificate. A student social card or transfer card can be issued to all categories of students. That's no differences with full scholarship or fee-paying students. And the last question. When should you use our center's hotline? If you failed an exam, we are sorry to hear, but we will be sorry to hear it via email. It's better. Or you can come to our office and just to talk with you as a friend. If you have a question regarding your student bond card, something went wrong, please also contact us via email or come offline. But if you are arrested by the police, if you go to the emergency room, if you have any troubles in emergency situation that threatens your safety or health, please contact us via this email, via this hotline. This works 24/7. And this is our team. We also have a website on the on that column. Yeah, student.hsc.ru, there are all the important information about freshmen information and also for people who are continuing their studies allocated. And these are our contacts. Our office is also located here at Pokrovka campus. This is our emergency hotline. Please save it. We have also an email address that all the questions should be sent to, and the website. Also, probably you've subscribed to our Telegram channel to pass the quiz. So you're now on HSE International Student Community in Telegram also. We will share this presentation via email, and we will share it on the Student Orientation Session webpage. So you will be able to download all the materials from today's meeting. So these are social media. This might be useful for you for first weeks of your arrival here in Moscow. And we will share presentation. You can click on these circles and the schedule. So thank you so much.